Hi everyone, it's me, Ismael. I'm here because the Galactic Confederation want me to talk to you about the reason why we need to prepare, why it's been so hard recently or during this year, certain processes. They want me to tell you everything that I know, or at least the beginning of the story of why it's so important now, why they are awakening on, or they are awakening certain people, why they are pushing ourselves, especially the star seeds, to be in their best shape, if you want to see it or say it that way. Before everything that I can tell you, I'm trying to grasp what is the best way to say it to you, right? We need to understand that they have been promising, we've been talking about the fifth element, dimension, or moving forward to the fifth dimension as we get to the new earth. This new earth is not supposed to be the end of this world. It's not supposed to be the extinction of humans as we know. It's supposed to be this planet in this galaxy in this dimension from every other places to move forward what it is the fourth and fifth dimension. The fourth dimension is just a step in to prepare the mind or start getting used to get to the fifth dimension. But right now, some of us, we have been pushing to go through that really quickly. Something that you need to know is being a fight, is being some kind of disequilibrium, or is not being an equilibrium in the I will say in the universe, up there, whatever you want to call it, right? Since the beginning of the year, we are they're talking. So, since the beginning of the year, when everything started, and we know what they're talking about, it's being a fight because it's been some disequilibrium or some kind of things getting out of equilibrium in the universe. We've been focusing in balancing things in here instead of trying to create an equilibrium in here and in the universe. When, for that, people will tell you that this is maybe conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I'm just telling you what I know. And for those that maybe have a more close relationship with me, we talk about it when everything started happening in February, March. As you know, I just can tell you, I'm just going to talk about the spiritual aspect reflecting in here. Something is going on in there that is part of that disequilibrium. Like, I need to tell you so many things, and I don't want to do a long video so you can grasp all of the information. So, okay, they're saying that just focusing the reason of why they're pushing. I'm gonna be doing another video tomorrow explaining you then everything that happened and everything that it is about that thing that happened. They're pushing us because in that fight or in that situation that is occurring up there, this equilibrium needs all of us. When this event happened at the beginning of the year, a lot of the star seeds that we have in here, a lot of the workers of light kind of got contaminated or corrupted, as they call, because they get up in the trauma, they caught up in everything that had to be, and they even got infected, right? So they call that as corrupted starseeds. So they need to work with them. They are not sure they are going to be able to do the kind of work that the light need for us to do. So, saying that, as you know, all of us, the star seeds, are being stuck in here. during one of those nights, they let me see what is coming to us. And because right now the planet Earth is being a reflection, a manifestation of what is going on up there, we start going to have some fights. We already start having it because of the situation that happened at the beginning of the year, but now it's going to be even worse. They're pushing us to have this awakening, this ascension, these activations of DNA, this all of this that has been happening. They're making us to work, to really start working with whatever capabilities or abilities we have. They need our help. Earth Spirit kind of took things in their hands. They decided that they didn't need the help of the starseeds. So the starseeds kind of letting them be, but they didn't do the job. So now we are going back into kind of like in a war kind of thing. Spiritually speaking, they are looking for the equilibrium. They are not trying to get rid of these lower dense beings. That's the way that they call them. It's not that they're evil, it's not that they're bad, it's not that they're negative. They're just dense, lower, higher beings. Believe it or not, they're higher beings because they are even have a more higher frequency than most of us. Or at least the Earth Spirit, right? But they need it. We need to understand that the dark is needed as the light. White is needed as black. We cannot create an equilibrium if we are not accepting both things as one and creating and being just one thing. These higher beings or these lower dense beings kind of got greedy, and this is why this event happened. They want what the earth and this dimension can bring that they don't have in their own dimension, that is in the lower dimensions, what their planets have in their lower dimensions, that the Earth Spirit are not using. The Earth Spirit are so focused on certain things, so attached to certain things that they're not seeing the truth, and you will recognize those spirits. Suddenly we have some starseeds that they're so attached to this planet that they're getting corrupted, as they call it. Because of that, a lot of these starseeds that maybe they weren't activated to work in the spiritual path in this life because they have other things to learn, other kind of things to live, now they're feeling confused. They're feeling that they don't know. They always feel confused, right? Because all of us, being honest, in some point we feel confused and we feel that we didn't belong. That's why we knew that something was different from us. But a lot of these starseeds are now being so getting out of their soul path, soul contract. They're still alive, but now it is even more because now it's working with their higher self. There are a lot of things going on that they are looking so desperately the truth. And in that truth, they are finding themselves in the middle. But the reason that they're pushing this and they're activating this or activating a lot of the star seeds through these awakenings, and even if you have already your awakening, you've been feeling pushed and a lot of things happening that even you don't know. It's not like what we know before. You can read about activation, you can read about awakenings and ascension, and you don't feel exactly what it is there because they're pushing even higher aspects of that. But they want to let you know that that is happening because it is something that is going on. So a lot of you having a bad dreams, nightmares, feeling like you're fighting and you're getting tired when you wake up, like you were in this war. Maybe some of you have the feeling of looking for information about the truth constantly. People like me, they need me to talk, and they're going to be using me to keep channeling or giving me the information that I need to tell you. So you have to be prepared because of that. Because it's a kind of a confrontation over there, because they're needing to look for this kind of equilibrium. They agree in certain things for the planet Earth. They agree that because most of the spirit in here are not learning, are not listening, are not acting towards what it is the right thing to do. Some kind of those fights and even war are coming to here. People or a spirit are just getting blind with everything that is in front of them and not looking more deeper. Everything is staying in this and not deeper. Most of us, the indigo childs or the star seeds, that we have to work now and do the work of light even more stronger. We are not enough. In a planet that we have billions and billions of people, or humans, or spirit living in here, we are just a couple of maybe 100 million of star seeds. So they're awakening every person. So if you find someone that is struggling, be compassionate, be kind, and show it the way it is needed for us. We don't have any other choice to follow our truth. That's why you're gonna feel the way that you're gonna be feeling, and you're gonna be going through so many things. Okay, sweeties? So this is why they want me to talk to you about why we are being pushed to be one with the source, to accept our truth. Okay, sweeties? This is what they want me to tell you. What is coming in the beginning of the year, in the 2021, it could be February, June, January, March. It's a lot of short age. It's a lot of things not being able to be fine. So as physical beings, prepare with water, food. I don't know if that is going to change. As you know, timelines are always changing. This is not something that it was meant to happen, or it was in the soul contract of this collective. But something happened in November that changed it, and we know what it was. I'm not a political person, I never care about politics, but we know that something happened that it wasn't meant to happen, and now we have to come to focus and confront. They don't want us to get in the trauma of those kind of things. We have the right to do what is best, but we are supposed to be the one teaching people how to look and how to perceive things, not to just look into whatever person is portraying, to look deeper in what the spirits need us. And in that, a lot of star seeds, a lot of workers of light fail. Now it's time to get back into our tracks and start being one and follow what it is the right, what is the truth that the spirits is telling us, not what we feel that is the right because how our lives are being. I'm just talking because I have the energy so strong. During the next couple of days, I'm going to be talking about what it is exactly, the Galactic Confederation, the higher council of consciousness. I'm going to be talking about a little bit more of the details, what you call it, the conspiracy theories, if you want it. Whatever it is in here, I don't know. I'm just telling you what they told me. That, remember, everything that is up there is reflected in here. Everything that happened up there is manifested in here. So we need to understand that most of the things that they're going to say are going to feel that they're conspiracy theories, because remember that this is a reflection. Most of the things that are being so old in this, it have a reason. It's a story that is not being told before. It is things that is in the history that we need to rediscover again. And it's the time. It's time for us to discover the truth. Okay, sweeties. Please keep me on track. Sometimes I have so many information in here. So if you first see that I forget something during the week, please leave it in the comment. Put the questions as well, and I'm gonna try to tell you and answer them as better as I can. Okay, sweetie. Have a good night. See you next time.